he should not be voting anymore in Florida.
Yeah, I was down there for a funeral, and so I voted in early voting.
Oh, you early voted in Florida in 2018, and then you voted in person in the polls here in New Hampshire?
Yeah, I guess I did.
In our continuing voter fraud investigation, we expose yet another case of criminal voter fraud. This time we found a man who voted in the 2018 federal election in 2 different states, New Hampshire and Florida. Our story begins in New Hampshire.
Okay, cool. Well, we actually have...
He's filling me because I'm in training. Quality assurance. Is there Robert Allen Bell here?
I think so.
Okay, would that be you? So yeah, we're just here to confirm that the data is correct, that we have the right information. So this is your address, I'd assume. And is your birth date?
Yes.
So did you vote in the polls in 2012 and 2018? And
Atkinson?
yeah, in the general.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
New Hampshire state records confirm Mr. Robert Allen Bell's voting activity.
So you think he definitely worked, definitely voted here?
Yes, 100%.
Okay.
It is very important.
Interesting.
It is just as
I mean, they're pretty consistent. They just crossed off. My folks crossed off the whole name, but they just crossed off the last name.
Okay.
And those are the people who voted.
Okay, and that would be in person then?
Yep.
Since there's no AB?
It seems to be in person.
Mr. Bell even told us who he voted for.
And if you don't mind us asking, so in 2018, the congressional race was Custer versus Negron. Sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. But do you remember who you voted for? It looks like Custer was the Democrat.
Yeah.
And Negron was the
I
Republican.
think I voted for Negron.
Negron?
I didn't know who he was.
Right. Okay. Wonderful. And then, let's see. So I'm looking here. So you said you vote generally in the polls in person, correct?
Yes.
But Robert Allen Bell also votes in Florida.
Do you have the last name?
Yeah, it's Bell.
B-E-L-L?
Yes.
First name?
It's Robert, and then the middle name is Allen. Allen with 1 L.
And date of birth?
It's 12. 1.
Yep, he's an active voter.
Okay, and then just to confirm, is the address Palm Coast, Florida?
Yes.
Okay.
And do you have which elections he voted in?
Which elections he
Like
voted
when?
in?
Yeah, like did he vote in 2018?
Yep, he voted in 2018 general election, 2016, and 2016 presidential primary.
Okay, but the 2016's general as well?
Yes.
Okay. And are those the only elections listed for him?
Now the special election in 2015, the general election in 14, and the primary election in 14.
We asked Mr. Bell about his Florida voting.
All right. Do you happen to have, I'm just seeing something here, do you happen to also have a residence in Florida?
I used to.
You used to?
Yep.
Okay. Because I'm also seeing that you voted absentee in Florida in the 2018 election.
2018.
That would be this past
last
one.
year. Yeah, I was down there for a funeral, and so I voted in early voting.
Oh, you early voted in Florida in 2018, and then you voted in person in the polls here in New Hampshire?
Yeah, I guess I did.
Okay. And so the 2018 congressional race, that would have been, looks like Soderberg was the Democrat versus Walz, the Republican.
Where?
In Florida. For the congressional district.
I don't know anything about that.
Okay, that's just who was running, I think.
Okay, so do you still own your property down there in Florida?
No.
Or you don't? Okay.
I haven't owned it for a couple of years.
But they still let you, I'm just curious, they still were able to let you vote down there in Florida in 18?
Yeah, I was still on the voter list.
Still registered?
as a registered voter, yeah.
Got it.
That's interesting. So, so you were able to vote in both places, and so you voted there, you voted early, and then you came back up here?
Yeah, I voted there because I was there for a funeral.
Right.
Okay. Okay.
I voted early down there because I was down there for the funeral, and I had to swap out cars at the dealership in Palm Coast. And then I got back up here in November, and I voted the election.
So, and you're a resident here in New Hampshire?
Yes, definitely.
Do you know how long have you been a New Hampshire resident, not a Florida resident?
I don't know, it's kind of foggy.
Yeah.
It was not a happy situation in Florida.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
It was a nasty divorce.
I'm sorry.
I've been there.
So I lost the house in Florida.
Oh, so that's why you no longer have the Florida resident.
Right.
Like, you don't own the Florida property, but
No.
you're still a resident down there because you never, you didn't like change your, like for instance, your driver's license, is it?
I still have a Florida driver's license.
You still have a Florida driver's license?
Yep.
All right, but you consider yourself a New
I
Hampshire
still have a
resident.
car registered in Florida and a truck registered in New Hampshire. So I know I voted for the guy who was the governor to become the senator
In Florida?
in Florida. And then I voted for DeSantis for governor
What year was that?
last October.
Okay.
Yeah, in November. But you did vote in that Senate race.
I did. I voted in the Senate and the governor's race. And
We went to the address Mr. Bell used to vote in Florida and met his ex-wife.
Is there a Robert Allen Bell here?
No,
Okay.
it's me,
Okay, does he live somewhere else or?
New Hampshire.
Okay, that makes so much sense. 'Cause
Okay.
we're trying to figure, I'm so sorry. I know this is kind
That's
of
why
weird,
we were-
but like, sometimes we get these glitches in our data and it'll give us like, for some reason, there was like a New Hampshire address
Yeah.
listed for him.
Yeah,
And this one, and we were just really confused.
yeah, we were married, we're not,
Oh.
I'm here, but he's there.
So he lived here at some point.
Yes, he did,
Okay, but how long has it, when did he move to New Hampshire?
2 years ago now.
Okay, and the address?
3 years ago, 2016.
So, okay, because we thought that he lived here, because we go to the Board of Elections to verify our data, and it had that he voted here in person,
Like early voting.
like for the last 3 elections.
So he's still voting in Florida?
That's what it said, that's what they told us.
Huh,
Did I write it
I don't
down?
know.
Yeah, I have it.
So here it is. Okay, so she said Robert Bell, 2018, let's see. So 2018, 2016 general early voting, so that would have been like in person. So
I don't know, he hasn't lived here.
we're just,
Yeah, no.
We were just,
The only thing I can think of, I mean, I know in New Hampshire you have to show your driver's license when you vote.
yeah.
Now, I don't know if he voted there and he was here for a funeral and voted here. He should not be voting anymore in Florida.
Back in New Hampshire, Mr. Bell became a bit concerned with the line of questioning.
are you going to invalidate my votes?
No.
No.
Mr. Bell should be concerned. The laws violated are serious. In New Hampshire, voting in more than one state is prohibited, a Class B felony. This is punishable by imprisonment of 3 to 5 to 7 years and fines of up to $4,000. Florida law imposes residency requirements to vote. Similarly, federal law punishes double voting. Federal penalty, not more than a $10,000 fine or imprisoned, not more than 5 years or both. In Florida, fraud in connection with casting a vote is punishable as a felony of the 3rd degree and is punishable by imprisonment for up to 5 years and a fine of up to $5,000. Knowingly voting as an unqualified voter in Florida is also subject to punishment as a felony in the 3rd degree. Voter fraud is real, and the impact is multifaceted. Elections have been overturned, criminal investigations have occurred, but most importantly, the integrity of the American electoral system is being undermined. Election insiders, poll workers, and even voters can help expose double voting, ballot harvesting, and voting by illegal aliens. Visit projectveritas.com/brave and shine a light on this scourge.
Be a catalyst for change. Be brave. Do something.